Today, I want to share something very special with you. It's called How to Build Backlinks for a Company. My name is Artem. I'm the founder of Linkshero, white hat link building agency. And in this video, by the way, this is not your typical 10 amazing ways to build backlinks kind of video. Not at all. In fact, I go deep into details about how to plan campaigns, how to schedule things, how to design things, how to assess link quality, how to write outreach templates, how to send emails at scale, how to reply, how to follow up. I go deep into all of that and how to tie those things together. These are our internal processes, and this video is extremely useful. So it will help you to build backlinks for your company. So if you have any questions, in fact, when you have any questions, don't hesitate, reach out, leave them in the comments below. I'll be there to help you out. Enjoy the video, it's fun. Okay, so welcome to the presentation, how to build links for a company. And in this presentation, I'm going to look over the 5 parts of a successful link building campaign. So I'm going to go as deep as possible into every single detail so that you can build links to your website and do it like a proper white hat link building service, Linkshero. So I'm going to go really deep, but I assume that you might have some questions as we go. So if you got any questions, leave the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any of them. And without further ado, let's go on. So this is just an overview of what we are covering in this tutorial, and everything again starts with campaign design. So we want to have that first. Then we're going to look into finding prospects, and I'm going to talk about guest posts. I'm going to talk about resource pages. I'm going to talk about competitor pages. Then we move on to the work plan. This is really important to have when you start doing any sort of link building. And the part consists of prospecting part and the outreach part. Then we move on to the execution, and I actually show you exactly how to find prospects, how to write an outreach template, given some real examples, how to send emails at scale, how to reply and follow up. And then we move on to the final stage, rinse and repeat. So how about we get started? So once we are getting started, we need to understand that links is basically a function of requirements. So what you are looking for, how many links you want to build, the assets available, and by assets I mean any form of content that you might have that is basically considered to be linkable. Yeah, so that might be some stats, there might be some unique information, might be your expert knowledge, and your budget, of course. So the more budget you have, the higher link goals you can have. So here are some numbers to give you. Basically 5 to 30 links a month is considered to be okay. That of course depends on the size of the website. Sometimes you might be all right with just 1-2 links a month. Sometimes you need like 50. Of course, depends on the month. But the norm that we see our clients really ordering, like basically it's anything from 10 to 20 backlinks. And that's a more common monthly goal. So when you get started, you need to really understand like what strategy can you use to build link, to build to earn those backlinks. So maybe you got some unique content, maybe you're a SaaS company that has a product that we can of course pitch to other people and they would cover it just for the for the sake of press. Maybe you're an expert in the field, but we need to understand what's the strategy that we can use in your specific case. You need to figure that out yourself as well. So once we've got that, we are moving on to the campaign design, and that's basically having a specific goal in mind. And for this specific section, I'm going to use Spreadsheeto.com as an example. Spreadsheeto is a client of ours, and I'm always using them as a good example. So, and in their case, it's like, okay, I want to build 20 links, and 10 of them should be from guest posts, and 10 of them should come from resource/competitor pages. So basically, and it's all right if you do not understand what a guest post at this stage or what a resource pages or competitor pages. We will go through them as we dive deeper in this tutorial, but for now, that's what it is. You need to have a very specific goal when you start the campaign. You need to know exactly how many links you want, and you just need to be aware of that. Then you want to find the content that attracts links, if possible. We call that linkable asset, and I use Ahrefs to find it, and I'll show you in a second how to do this. And but it can be, again, it can be anything. Yeah, so unique data. Usually statistics work really well. Some form of in-depth guide, stuff like this really works. something that breaks the pattern, typical pattern of people as well, is also working. And you want to, when you design your campaign, you want to diversify your link building strategy. So not just have like all links coming from guest posts or all links coming from resource pages. Like ideally you want them all diversified. So you have some just with anchor text as well. So it's very, very similar. And basically here's how I want to show you the video of how I look for quality content to build links to. So basically here's Spreadsheeto, their website in Ahrefs, and we might as well just check out their website. So I can show you what I'm actually, so here's their website. Basically they help you to learn Excel online. They've got a ton of different guides. So they're really it's a really powerful, great Excel training course that you can basically take. They've got a lot of different tutorials all about Excel, so they're really, really great, really helpful. So, and for now, I'm basically going to Ahrefs, and here's all those referring domains that we've been building for them, by the way. And so pages, and I want to show you pages that are best by links. So if a website is already established, if it's been running for quite some time, we may find something very interesting right off the bat here, because we can find content that naturally get links and we can just promote it. So here's the last guide to VLOOKUP in Excel that you'll ever need. That sounds like a really great opportunity, and it has 109 referring domains. So that's a substantial amount. So we can take that already, probably a very good guide. And then there is an index match domain as well, so that's also very, very interesting. And then there's a guide on how to use Excel. So anything of that, there is also an Excel viewer. Any downloadable is actually can be considered a really good thing. But even if you look at the entire website, like the whole website really talks about Excel spreadsheets and helps people to learn it. So this is already like itself, the website can be considered a linkable asset. So that's really powerful idea to come up with when you're starting to build links. If you've got a website that's on it itself is huge and powerful, so you can right away use it. So that's pretty much how I find linkable content. But then you can also just look through your website and say you've got your Spreadsheet, and then you've got it indexed on Google, so you can quickly look like that. And then just basically see what comes up. So there's a bunch of articles here. So again, you can just click on them, open them up, and see if an article qualifies to be a linkable asset, based on your experience. Or if you need some help, just let me know. I can have a quick look at it and just give you some feedback whether that is actually can be considered as a linkable asset or not. So once you got your linkable asset, ideally, you can think of building backlinks to your to that specific asset. But if you do not, then you will have to just use guest post, for example, because you do not have anything to build links to. So if you only use one link building strategy, that is with guest post, if you're cautious, and I'll talk about that for going forward, you'll probably be all right. But again, you want to build some content on your website one way or another. So you need to have content, which you can build links to, certainly. So that's about campaign design. So then we go into the finding prospects. I want to talk about that. So continuous flow of prospects is essential because link building is basically a continuous process. It's a never-ending story. So you want to always be looking for prospects that you can pitch your content, pitch a guest post, depending on what you're actually trying to achieve. So we are in this tutorial focusing on the most typical link types, and these are resource pages, guest posts, and competitors. So again, not every time they will work, not for every type of content, not for every type of niche, but these tend to be the most common ones. And guest posts are certainly this is the most common link building strategy out there. So, and then we also, when we basically find prospects, we want to record their URLs, emails, first names, potentially some extra personalization into an Excel file. So something we use for outreach later. That's about finding prospects. So now we want to talk about more, I want to talk more about like guest posts specifically. So guest posts, again, if you're not familiar with that, it's your unique content on other people's websites. So this is basically when you write for somebody else's blog and get a backlink in return. So you might have heard about guest posts, a lot of different things and realities that, yes, there've been a lot of like people spamming guest post providers, websites that publish guest posts. That's true. And there've been a lot of like misconceptions about guest posts, because if you do a proper quality guest post, there are different qualities of guest posts. You can have a guest post on a PBN website, then yes, it's a guest post, but it's on a private blog network, which is a big no these days. Yeah, from Google, you just get penalized right away. So it's not really the guest post itself. It's just how people do this. You know, we just got a very powerful guest post on the 76DR website, and it has beautiful traffic. It's a proper website with a proper business. So it's great. It's a great link. So, you know, if you're basically doing the right thing, then you don't need to be worried. So that's what I'm saying when I'm saying that you need to be cautious. So what we need to know about guest posts when we are prospecting for them is that the conversion rate is about 20%. It can be a lot lower, it can be a lot higher, depending on your pitch, depending on the niche, depending on who you are. There are many factors at play, but this is something that we're seeing like around 20%, but it really depends, really depends. So sometimes you get every third email is a positive reply, you can have a guest post, sometimes even higher. So how do we find these guest posts? Yes, so we can still use the operators like guest posts. So we use a get keyword and then we'll find guest posts. So for example, here for spreadsheet, I would use something like Excel training, then guest post. And another one is right for us. And then Excel training right for us is something that I would use in Google. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So basically, this is arguable. There are many people that stop using these operators because these operators, like websites that publicly advertise that they accept guest posts, have been really like outreached to death. So a lot of these publishers started asking for a fee when they publish guest posts, and the reality is that more often than not, the quality of these websites is very poor. So we have to be very, very careful when we look for this guy. So when we assess guest post quality, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, we really look at a bunch of factors. So, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to show you how to look for guest post opportunities and assess their quality. So we're back to Spreadsheetos. So I'm going to use Excel training, and I actually want to type in right for us. So let's see what we got. So e-learning dev con. So that sounds like a pretty cool opportunity, and I want to turn on my Ahrefs here just to see the quality of the websites that I'm getting right away. So, and these are DRs of basically the sites. Root domain 16, 72. Curious if that has any. So basically what I'm doing now is I typed on this guest post opportunity, and then I'm just looking through these websites. I'm seeing that the R is 16, and that's pretty low. I want to have something like higher than 40 maybe. Guru 99, that sounds like a good opportunity. So let's check out this website. So that's a really good example. And I will also check out this website, so to show you maybe a difference between the opportunities. So this is the better website based on, so these guys have right for us section. Yeah, so all we need to do now is that we basically become an instructor, earn money on the site. So basically they want you to create, yeah, maybe that's not the ideal thingy, but that's something. Let's see, learning devcom. So this one is 16. Excel tutorials. So I'm curious if there is any right for us here. Okay, let's see it. Probably there we go. So you can also write for Yoke or whatever that is called. Leading small business places people go when they health and wellness service providers. So stuff like this maybe can also SaaS and scheduling software in general. Yeah, like maybe you can write, like you can come up with for example, in my case, we can come up with an Excel article about how we can use Excel for scheduling things. So stuff like this. And then we basically like do the pitch. Like you have to read all this and then you basically apply. So a website like this, there will never be any problems with a site like this because it's a legit website. I'm just going to show you. Like I haven't seen this website before, but I'm just suspecting that that everything is really in order with this website. So 73 DR website, massive DR, and that's the business thingy. So I actually want to cut it out. The traffic is not that great, but it's just for, come on man, it's kind of slow. I want to cut out the business part and see what the real thing is. Well, actually, it's like, it's not crazy big, you know. I was just saying this, and like again, it's not too bad because there's like 1,000 plus traffic, so we can probably still use this website, but it's not great. So it's a good thing that we checked it. But to me, it kind of looks real, you know. So it looks really good. It looks really good. So that's why it's important to always check that, yeah. So we've just seen that happen. So I would still keep that website, by the way. Now let's check out the Guru website, Guru 99. So 74, yeah, we're talking something real here. See that? 7.4 million monthly traffic value. So it's crazy. Yeah, so if you get a guest post from this site, you're all set. So that's the idea really. I want to check the DR, I want to check the traffic and see whether it's going up or down. I shouldn't have closed the Ahrefs. Let me open it again. And now let's check out these websites because it looks pretty dodgy to me already, but again, I might be wrong. So it's got the theme here, you know, like, hello, welcome, this is our homepage. We hope to find different decisions, da-da-da. So this website doesn't look good at all. Like it's got this right for us thing here. Like it's not great. It's just, it seems like a website that was created like specifically for this monetization thing style. Let's see. So 17 DR actually, and you can see there's like no traffic here. What's the value of a guest post on this website? Well, absolutely nothing. So you'll be wasting your time. You will be wasting your money if you want to work with these guys. So that's kind of it. What you can also search for, and this is something that we are actually doing in Linkshero, is that we just look, say, for Excel training without anything, yeah, and we just want to have like in URLs like blog, and basically I tell Google that I want to have results that talk about Excel training and have blog in their URL. So we basically know that we've got these websites that talk about Excel. So 40 best Excel tutorials, we can actually pitch these guys as well. So they've included Excel tutorials here. We can definitely pitch these guys. It's of course it's not really a guest post, but so like you start finding things like this. There's a 48. So basically the idea is that we'll be looking for websites that just talk about this stuff, yeah, like about Excel training, finance, something that's relevant. And then no matter if they have guest post section or not, we can just pitch them. And of course the conversion rate really goes down, like it will be lower substantially, but sometimes it depends, yeah, substantially lower, maybe not really, depending on the niche as well. And then you can just pitch them and say, yo guys, how about we write a massive, like awesome guide or something for you. What about it? And people are going to love that idea if it's coming from a true, like a real person that has some experience in the field and want to share their knowledge, like, and it's free content from a great person. Of course they'll be up for it. So that's concerning the guest post. So I hope it makes sense now. It's you have a better understanding about this, the guest post quality, checking, and basically just looking at the website, trying to figure out what the traffic is. Of course Ahrefs helps big time, but that's a tool you gotta have if you want to build some links. So moving back here, guest posts, done. Now I want to talk to you about resource pages. And resource page, for those of you who don't know, is basically a collection of relevant niche specific links on one single page. And you'll see how it looks like in a moment. So I really love resource pages because they're an awesome way to get links to quality evergreen content, because some of those resource pages, you've been sitting out there for quite a while collecting backlinks for a long time and accumulating page ranks so that you can when you get a link from those pages, it can, like, you get a boost very quickly. So I really like those ones. So how do you find resource pages? Again, you've got a bunch of search operators, and here is something that is probably the most commonly used. So this is the in URL links operator. So I'm going to show you how this works in a second. The tricky part is that the conversion rate with those guys is down to anywhere from like 1 or maybe even lower to 10% conversion rate. So again, because a lot of people are pitching get resource pages these days, so it's really hard. But it's becoming hard like everywhere. Yeah, so on every type of link building, it's become a lot harder. So that's the honest reality about the conversion rate. And then you have your myself going through resource page opportunities now for you, and I'm going to show you how we look for quality. So I'm going to use the Excel training in URL links.html. So in URL links.html, and so Excel easy. So let's check out this page. DR1, that's too low. We're not going to look at that. Have a look at this one. DR7, it doesn't look like a resource page, but let's still check it out. If you look up forum post, no, that's a forum. Some good links, that looks good. 18-ish, we can still check it out. RT designs. So here's a bunch of pages that we've been loading. So now this is a proper page for, this is a proper resource page. And by the way, Spreadsheeto is on the list. It's here because we probably built the link from it at some stage. And this is basically what it looks like. So a little bit on the quality side of resource pages. Resource page needs to be relevant to what you're pitching. Here it's talking about spreadsheets, Trump, Excel, whatever. That's pretty cool. My online training hub. So everything is very relevant. That's the first point. For a second, like, the website needs to look legit. So here it actually does look legit. They've got different whatever. It just looks legit, you know, like you can try to check it out. They've got the Ask Us section. So looks pretty solid. Again, you can sometimes check. We don't really waste time on that, spend time on that, or waste time on that. You know, you can kind of go and check out what's happening. Like, I mean, 800,000 plus people. I don't know how real it is. They've been out there for quite a while, so it's definitely a proper real website. And you can even run it through Ahrefs, the entire thing. Let's see what it looks like, just to give you some idea so that you understand the resource page a little bit better. Let's see with organic search. Yeah, like, you know, 1 million almost people visiting this a month. It is a proper website. I'm gonna close this one. This is a proper resource page. So closing this one down. I don't know, probably this one is not going to load. Let's look further. Where are edit links and break links on Microsoft Excel? Yeah, doesn't look like a resource page. Like, it is a resource page, but just for this website. Add in tools, nothing else. So we just close this one. That's why you have to look through them all. The useful links, there we go. I love these pages. It looks a bit shady, yeah, but it looks shady because it's on a university website. There are many super powerful university resource pages which are just like this, and they're extremely powerful. So if you can get a hand of that, you're like going to win it big time. So this is a great page, 87 DR, edu backlink. I'm not even going to check the traffic on the site because it totally makes sense. By the way, you want to reach out to this person when you're basically There's probably going to be a contact detail there. Let's check it out real quick so it can give you some extra value. Homepage of Shira. So this is maybe some professor, yeah, so professor diversity and curriculum coordinator. So all the links that we've just seen, they basically come from this person, and you can reach out to her, to them. I don't know, I assume it's a girl. And here's the email address, so you can write her and you're gonna get it. That's how it works. So a little bit more links. So this looks like a proper website. Yeah, I even know the platform. This is the SBI site, Build It. So this is definitely a good website. Even with a pretty low HDR, it's okay. You can still reach out. Like, these are not resource pages. Maybe here, if we type in, maybe it's here somewhere. Still not losing hope. Okay, so we're scrolling all the way. Yeah, okay, this was not a resource page back then. Just links. Oh yeah, so she's just basically talking about links in Excel. So yeah, this does not qualify then, so we can just close it. And then we've got Adobe. Yeah, I mean, this is a resource page. I actually have no idea where the resources came from. I mean, the links came from. There's no links here, so I don't know why it's even in the list, unless I opened it sometime before. Anyway, so that's basically it with the resource pages. And then you can kind of flip them. You know, you can have, for example, finance spreadsheets. So because we know that Excel is used in finance, so we can just type it in here, and here we go, something else shows up. Like, this is the forum, maybe not the best. Business economics, finance, data links, so that's pretty cool as well. We can pitch this, guys. So that's how you look through for resource pages as well. So that's how it looks like. And last but not least are competitor pages. And by competitor pages, I mean competitor page is basically a page that's very similar to yours, so to the page you are trying to build links to on your website. But the only difference is that this competitor page comes with the links pointing to it. So, for example, once we start looking for Excel training, so I actually remember we looked at that VLOOKUP thingy, right? VLOOKUP Excel. So if we check it out, whoops, oh my God, it's all in Russian. I'm so sorry. Always translate, change languages, man. Page language should be in English. Translate. Oh man, come on, you have to load up. Yeah, see, I'm in Russian now. That's why it's working like this. But the point is, okay, seems like it's stuck. Okay. So let's try it like this. So we go Excel. Okay, yeah, let's go Excel training, for example. Yeah, because it worked before. So we have Excel training, and I'm going to turn on Ahrefs here again. So now it's going to show me, oh my God, this is some crazy amount of. So here's the Excel for Windows training, and this is actually coming from Microsoft Office website. And here's the page, relevant metrics, they all go here. This is RDs, and basically this is referring domain. So what Ahrefs is telling me is that there's more than 500 referring domains going to this page. So this is definitely looks like a page that that we have on the website, how to use Excel. So there we go. So this is Excel for Windows training, as you can see, and this is the page that Spreadsheeto have on their website. So when it loads in a second, I hope it should, there we go. So it has also, it's kind of similar in nature to, I mean, the subject is exactly the same. So now what I can do is that I can take this page, I can go to Ahrefs, I can plug it in here, and then I can click backlinks. And once I click backlinks, after it all loads, I'm going to click one link per domain. And then I want to have just do follow backlinks. These are the backlinks that pass the link juice, as they call it. And then I also want to have traffic, word of phrase, include any target platform. Yeah, basically I cannot change anything here, but there we go. These backlinks, we can still organize them by their, like this is URL rating, and this is the website rating. So HubSpot is linking to this guide. So I can write to HubSpot now and say, yo guys, you know, you're linking to this Excel guide on Microsoft Office website, but like it's not complete really, or it hasn't been updated for quite a while. How about you link to our guide? Then there is, well, this is support one, not so great, but the idea is kind of the same. Yeah, so for example, 5 best Excel tutorials and courses for beginners, you'll find it intimidating. So if we write these guys and say, yo guys, we actually have this, you know, Excel tutorial that is really good, chances are they're going to say something really nice to us because our pitch will be awesome. I'm going to talk about how to make a pitch really awesome. And then they will just reply to you, you know, and perhaps you'll get a backlink. So even if you just land a few of those backlinks, like again, EDU, we've seen what you can do about EDU backlinks. It's really, really powerful stuff. So competitor outreach should also be on your list. So, and I actually have to talk about, I forgot to talk about what you need here. You need Ahrefs, what I'm just showing you, SEMrush, Moz, you can use this. Moz is actually free, I think, for this kind of stuff. It doesn't have the best link database, but still better than nothing. So basically you want to steal those links from URLs that have been linked to previously. So just like in this case, so here's this URL that we just found. It has all those backlinks pointing at it. We can reach out now to these guys and say, there we go, we have one more. Please include us in the list. And conversion rate is similar to resource pages, so you need to kind of work hard to get those links. But again, if you go for these guys, I mean, you only need one backlink from HubSpot to kind of kick your competitors in the butt, you know. So it really is worth it. With 92 DR, these guys have crazy traffic. Like you never know what can even happen after that email. It's crazy, really powerful stuff. So, and very important, this is what I was talking about. So the outreach message, like you have to be really kicking ass. If you want a backlink from a HubSpot website, you have to like really stand out from competitors. Fortunately, it's not that hard to do. So I'm going to show you the templates that we use and basically just give you some idea of how to write a template. And let's see how to look for CP opportunities, competitor page opportunities, and assess their quality. Basically, quality-wise, it's kind of the same. So if I'm seeing a page, like with guest posts, so if I'm seeing this, there's a high DR but low traffic, I'm a little bit concerned. But really, more often than not, these pages are easy win for quality perspective. Next, work plan. So in this section, I discussed the 2 parts of the entire process of our whitehead link building, which is prospecting and outreach. Having a work plan is a must because link building is really time consuming and daunting. Like you will have setbacks when all you need is just focus on the work and stick to the plan. Like setbacks are always there. Like trust me, this is a really depressing business if you're not into being an introvert of some sort. The next is the work plan must also be realistic and even better, very easy to accomplish. So I'm being a little bit Tim Ferriss here. So you want to set yourself to success. And for example, sometimes I only send 1 pitch a day, but I do it every day with top quality websites. So going back to the HubSpot example, like you can just totally write an amazing pitch to somebody on HubSpot and just really give it all to them. And then get that backlink, you know, and you may spend 1 day on that, but it's so worth it. You get 1 link from these guys and that's it. You don't need more. So that's what I'm really talking about. Now we are going to talk about prospecting. So given our goals and conversion rates, and this is already like, I'm already planning, like we've covered this before. I'm going to go back real quick. So so basically this is talking about this. Yeah, we've got this plan. I want to build 20 backlinks, 10 from guest posts and 10 from resource page, resource competitor pages. This is for Spreadsheeto. So keep in mind, we want 20 backlinks. So now that we've got that plan, given our conversion rates, we need 50 guest posts, 50 guest post opportunities, 100 resource page opportunities, and 100 competitor page opportunities. Yeah, because I expect that out of 50 guest posts, we will have out of 50 guest post opportunities, we will have 10 links, and that out of 100 resource pages and another 100 of competitor page prospects, we will have 10 backlinks, so 5 from each. Maybe they will come, like maybe 10 will come through resource pages, or maybe 10 will come through competitor pages. But these are just estimates. This is why proper blogger outreach based link building service is really difficult to predict, because it's just estimates. So just to give you some numbers here, trained experienced prospector would accomplish maybe 10-15 prospects an hour. And that involves like writing down the people's emails, their first name, basically filling up the URL spreadsheet, so the spreadsheet that we use for outreach afterwards. So, and that gives us around 25 hours of prospecting. So we need 250 prospects in total, and 10 per hour will be conservative. So that's around 20 hours for prospecting. And here's the plan, the proposed plan that I have for you. So week 1, we would find 30 guest post prospects on Monday, Tuesday followed by 20 guest post prospects and 10 resource pages. Then Wednesday, 30 resource pages, Thursday, 30 resource pages, Friday, 30 resource pages. So second week, 40 competitive pages, 30 competitive pages, Wednesday, 30 competitive pages. So this is the plan for about a week and a half, and that is really it's kind of conservative. So it's like around 3-4 hours of work a day, because if you go a bit more than that, you can do that, but the problem is you're risking basically burning out, and this is not something you want to have with link building. With link building, you have to be consistent and basically just working it every single day. So, but this is basically for around 20 backlinks. Now that we've covered prospecting, we're going to the outreach part of the plan. So we want to start doing the outreach as soon as possible with a lowish number of prospects, and that would do for deliverability reasons. Yeah, because if we use any form of software, for example, we use BusStream, and I'll show you how we use that. We want to start low because we want to maximize our deliverability. So sending emails at scale has become really hard. So that's really difficult. So you have to start low. The proposed plan for outreach then is in the first week, Monday, 20 guest post pitches. So basically they're all around 20 a day. So we're kind of warming up the email. You may even start with low number. You can start say with 10 on Monday, then you have 14 say on Tuesday, and then you kind of bring them up. But 20 is usually okay number to send from the start. And then week 2, that's what it looks like. And you notice I put Tuesday in bold. Here we're actually increasing the limit, the sending limit. So we're at 30 now, then we go to 40, and then we go to 30 again. So once you've been doing some outreach for a little bit of time, you've got your email account being warmed up, so you can kind of increase your sending limit, the amount of emails you can send in a day. That's it with the outreach part. Now we are moving to the execution part. This is the glorious bit. So in this section, I go in depth into prospect finding, writing outreach templates, sending emails at scale, replying, and basically following up. All very important parts. No links will be made without any of this missing. So plan is nothing without execution, but being a one-man show is hard. What I mean by that, if you are like a link builder, if you're like a freelance link builder, or if you have to do everything in your company, then it is hard. You have to do like different tasks, and they are daunting on their own, and when they put together, they're like really difficult. So you have to find prospects, you have to filter the websites, you have to find their contact details, you have to write outreach templates, you have to personalize emails, you have to deal with sending emails, following up with people, replying to people. Like, this is a really hard job. So if you get tired, like, don't be mad at yourself. So, and again, you must stick to a realistic plan and prepare for any setbacks and adjustments. So I've told you about the setbacks already, but the adjustments part, it's also really important, because you need to calibrate the campaign once you've started. So sometimes you might start doing things and then you're seeing that stuff is not working. Of course, you need to wait a good amount of time before you actually make any adjustments, but you need to keep your eyes open. So how to find prospects. So basically everything, again, we start the outreach, and you already know what the good resource page looks like, what a good guest post opportunity looks like, you know about competitor pages. So now we can use search operators to actually go and look for those resource pages, guest posts, and competitor pages. So then you assess their quality and relevance, like I've shown you how to do that. You know how to do that. Then you record qualified prospects into a spreadsheet. I'm going to do it for you now in a minute. And basically that's your prospecting. So now I'm actually going to show you how to do all that stuff. Back to reality. So we've had our Excel training bit here. So I had in URL links.html. So we've had this guy was good, and then we had some other edu website that was really good. So I'm going to keep these guys now ready. And here's a simple, very simple spreadsheet that I just put together. So it has 4 columns: URL, email, first name, and personalization. The two are the same for guest posts and resource pages. The competitor page is a little bit different. There's this personalization bit. Actually, it should be everywhere. There's personalization bit, because actually, sorry, I really apologize. It's already here. Personalization is already here. Oh, competitor URL, that's what's different. Apologies, apparently I'm getting tired. Jeez. All right, anyway. So here's a good URL, and we've already analyzed it. So now all we need to do is just take it and plug it in here. Now, email. For email, you can just try to do it like a proper way, like a real manual way. So you can type it in here like this. Again, we're telling Google to just search the site, and we type in contact. And we're not seeing much. We can go back now and try to reach out to them somehow. Ask us, reviews, everyone, social. All right, so feedback. Yeah, like here's an email that they give you. Here's another one, social, whatever. First off, thanks to everyone. Yeah, so stuff like this. It's actually crazy that it's such a website. Maybe it's built on something else, but alternatively, you can use what is called Find That Lead, FTL, or what's more popular is Hunter. But Hunter cannot see any emails here, like no email addresses found. And FTL has for example, Hunter actually has found 2 leads, which is great. Hunter, apologies, FTL. So we use FTL, don't use Hunter really, because it's cheaper. I have to say, it has a better price quality ratio. And then we can also verify this email, so just to check if it's a proper thing or not. Yeah, see, it's a guess. So the tool is basically not exactly sure about whether that's a real email, so we can just type it in here and see if it shows up somewhere. Niels. Yeah, so see the guy's profile actually appearing on the on LinkedIn. Yeah, sometimes plugging an email like this works. So for now, I don't know, like, let's try to search for it like this. So I'm now trying to verify the email. So see, Google does not actually have this URL in the database. Because very often you can just find an email like this. So also, like, FTL is not entirely sure, so it's probably guessing. Maybe this email is good. Yeah, also guess. So it must be a server catch-all. So in this case, your best bet is to use that feedback email that we've just seen. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back at it to it and just basically take it from here. I accidentally clicked the link. Okay, I'm just gonna take it like this. Going back to our spreadsheet, type it in. Okay, so feedback, and for the first name, gonna type in like guys, because we don't have a first name. And personalization, we can use it or we don't need to. Usually we use personalization with something like a guest post, you know, but for resource pages, we just want to be very relevant with our pitch. So here you can just say, yeah, I saw you have a bunch of I saw you have a bunch of Excel resources, like spreadsheet resources. How about you just add our resource page as well, our website there as well. So that's one example here. Again, I've already shown you how to do that. So here's the link. Here's the lady Shira. So we go down and we're gonna type it in here. Her name is Shira. So for example, we can say, I don't know, loved all the family photos, for example, just to grab her attention. Family photos. And I'll show you how this works and then when it's time to upload all this stuff to BuzzStream. So I'm going to keep it like this for now. And for guest posts, again, like we've seen this. I don't know if I should actually cover that here, but I will. Excel training links. That's not right for us. And we had this Yokali, this guy here. We're gonna use these guys just for an example purposes. So like you can use that as a URL, that's no problem. Again, the email, let's see if they have any offer in right for us here. Send us industries, send us an actual copy of your blog submission. There we go, social@yokal.com, social, that's their email. Probably we can still find that with the FTL. So lazy, do not even, like, again, you can just take it from here, don't be lazy. And I'm talking to myself now. So I'm gonna take this guy here, email. What was it? I didn't write, at. So sorry, man. Obviously it was at. Guys, personalization, calls this. Must be relevant to our guidelines. Blogs only for being posted meet the following criteria. A list of your blog topics into. So yeah, stuff like this. You have to actually, make sure that we've got the Guidelines. If applicable, here are the guidelines. So this is important for when we're actually doing the outreach and preparing for this stuff. Personalization. Here it's not important at the moment because we have to really look and understand what they're asking us for. So that's what it is. And with competitor pages, so for example, yeah, like these guys, we've got their here's a URL, and the competitor URL is basically the URL, the seed URL that we used here. So we just plug it in here. Written by Lindsay Colwich. Let's see if we can find her. Like, here's what Hunter looks like. Lindsay. Lindsay Colwich. Confidence. Yeah, but how about you just verify this email? Let's try that email in Google. Like, Hunter gives us some confidence level, but oh yeah, it's actually looks like a proper email. Yeah, so we can keep that. That's really good. When we can find the article and the name of the person, their email, it's brilliant. Lindsay, I think I spelled it right. Lindsay, yes. Personalization. So again, we can kind of complement, get the like the main. I have a bit of experience with Microsoft. Uses to organize and sort data. Yeah, like you can comment on something here. I'm constantly up to the tedium of updating my spreadsheets manually. Success heavy colleagues, they picked up their knowledge, told me things like I must learn from colleges, But it would save hours. I'm constantly subject myself to the tedium of updating. Like, for example, like you can take this thing, basically plug it in here, and then you can Lindsay. I'm so like you. I even used to all my dates in Excel. So here's, I'm trying to be very, like, I'm just trying to include some personal note, and you will see how that adds up in our outreach sequence once we have it all done. So that's it for this step. Yeah, so I just shown you how to find and record prospects into a spreadsheet. So again, you would find, like, you know, our databases look like they have a ton of entries, so you need quite a lot of those. And as you can see, they take quite some time, but if you use something like FTL, something like Hunter, you can find emails and people's names and verify them really pretty quick. So that's regarding this part. Moving on, how to find prospects. Now, how to write an outreach template. I've already covered that in a bit, slightly touched it. Writing an outreach template has become really, really important. In fact, even if you target a person incorrectly, like if they're not really relevant to what you're pitching, if you have an amazing template, people will at least not be pissed. They might even reply to you and saying that, you know, we've had this happen quite often with our templates for Spreadsheeto. So people would reply and saying this was like the best template I've ever had and stuff like this, you know, because if it really makes people smile, I usually rely on like trying to make people smile, you know, because you get so much email, and if there's something out there that makes them smile, I think that is really worth the work. So for me, that's important. So some tips on writing an outreach template. I always start with the why. Through testing, I found that, you know, once you open your email with like saying who you are and why you do what you do, that's really important. And if you can create something that is really personal, and I'll show you what an outreach template it's an example outreach template looks like, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Once you can create that personal level of connection with people and show them basically some value in what you do, people are more likely to respond to you in a positive way. So the coolness of what you're pitching is a huge factor. And again, you can talk about, it's also about the language you use in your template, because you can take the most boring thing out there like cement and use such an extravagant language to kind of discuss it, to push it in front of a person's eyes that they will absolutely love it. So don't be afraid, pretend it's cool, even if you don't have to, but like really think about that. Personalize the message as much as possible, exactly what I was showing you now. So I'm just basically trying to add some human touch to our templates with some extra personalization. Be honest. So, you know, if you need a link, just ask for a link. I love being upfront with people. I'm just saying, yes, this is a link page, but it will be so amazing. You will actually love it and give us a link. Like, that's how amazing our pitch is. And then I love this as well. So basically using emotions to lead people into action. So if you prompt people to feel some form of emotion, again, I love humor. I love when people smile. And if they smile to my emails, I know that it can basically help them to do what I need them to do, is to link to my clients. So this is really, really big. Relevance is a must. Yeah. So again, write into a blog that talks about ballet. Promoting your Excel training is not the best option. So keep relevance when you're looking for resource pages, competitor pages, looking for any of that. And also try to think what's in it for them. Yeah. So if maybe it's just a good email. Yeah. Maybe your email touches them on a personal level. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe it's awe-inspiring. Maybe it's just good enough. But if there's something that you can give them in return, and I don't mean money, you know, people sometimes think, oh, you should just pay them. Yes, it's true. Yeah. If you start paying for links, that's a piece of cake. Yeah. You just get links like that. But if they sell links to you, they sell links to other pages, and then you end up being on the page with all these other people, and it's just basically dots connect at some stage for Google, and then they either penalize the website, and then you can have that link sitting there for like 2 years, but then you have problems. So I don't know if it's worth for a business that's looking for long-term success. But again, everything can be diversified. So if you pay for links, you can have 20-30% of those paid links, and then you can have all the other like outreach-based no paid links out there as well. So depends. So here's an example template that I hope you will love, because I put some effort into that. So hey Dominic, I'm pretending I'm writing to some Dominic, a hardcore Star Wars fan here. I wanted to write, actually. I totally agree with you. Episode 1 was terrible. So this is a personalization message that I'm actually like very similar to what I was trying to write here. So now you can see where it can go. Yeah. So my name is Artem, and I'm reaching out from Spreadsheet, a place where I believe that spreadsheets don't suck. So as you can see, I'm just going right to it. So I'm saying, who am I? All in one sentence, by the way. I'm saying where I'm coming from, and I'm explaining like why we're basically, why we're doing what we're doing, because we believe that spreadsheets don't suck. And this is, again, so many people think that spreadsheets suck because they're dull and boring. Well, that's certainly true, but like it's spreadsheet, we're trying to make them fun. So that's what I'm trying to state here. And you obviously got a resource page, and that's why really I'm sending this email in the first place. And that's really why I'm sending this email in the first place. And now that I spilled the beans, I'm wondering if you're still updating it. So I'm just being honest, yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, you got this resource page, and yeah, man, that's why I'm reaching out. Like, I don't care about all the other things that you got, but if you got it, if you're updating it, like I have something. We have essentially a massive website with a ton of pretty Excel tutorials, and perhaps there's a space for us in your list. And if he's talking about anything that's related to spreadsheets, which we had to make sure it does when we were just prospecting, yeah, that's part of the deal. So obviously it does. Then it definitely is about like Excel tutorials, and chances are that he's going to include our backlinks they're massive. So, and then I'm just being grateful. I'm saying thank you for the opportunity to be included and an awesome day to you. So that's pretty much it. So the email. So let's try to breaking it down again. See, yeah. So we're starting with the why. We're trying to be cool. Personalize the message as much as possible. Being honest. Use emotions to lead people into action. So again, I'm being positive, being grateful. Relevance is there. What's in it for them? So it's a good message. And like updating your website every once in a while is a good thing. So now, how to send your emails. Okay, that's a cool part. So again, you want to start reaching out ASAP with lowest number of prospects, and that's for deliverability purposes. And here's the proposed plan that I have. So week 1, you've got your, basically this is how pitches are going to go. And here they all are coming up again. So basically that's how you would send your emails. And I actually wanted to show you how to do that with BuzzStream, and I'm gonna see if let's try to actually make that happen. So I'm going to use, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to download this specific thing as a CSV, this specific one. So, and now I'm going to go to BuzzStream. I'm going to pause the recording, so I make sure that you do not see all the other projects that I have, because we have this contract with the other guys, but I'll be back to you. Okay, so here am I in BuzzStream creating this GP test. Basically, that's a project, and I want to nest it under Spreadsheeto, and I just want to use it by myself, and that's pretty much it. So now I want to upload a list of my existing list, and I'm just gonna take it from here and push it here. So it's uploaded. Basic competitor URL, and now we want to match these guys. If you're not experienced with BuzzStream, I feel for you, but you got to learn this if you want to really kick some ass. So this is basically linking to, I don't really need this one, but still good to have it. And this one is linking from, exactly. Email address, yeah, that is correct. First name, person first name, great. And this one is website, and I call these guys a complement. Select. So, okay, that's cool. Now we've got this. It's being processed. Your import is complete. Great. So now I've got this website, and all I want to do now is that I want to go to Outreach and manage Outreach. And I'm actually going to go into, no, I need a sequence. So I need to create a sequence, and I'm going to call it GP test. And we can call it like, for example, in this case, I'm only reaching out to Lindsay. So we can just give it, say, first name about your recent article. Here's an article. So yeah, so first name is basically Lindsay, will show up there. And now I'm going to go back into the template, and I'm going to try steal it. Oh, I cannot, man. So I need to actually exit the chat. So I'm going to take the template. I'm going to press it in here. yeah, whatever. It's not Dominic, so just going to write something real quick. So, so here I'm going to type in this complement field that I've shown you before. There we go. My name is Artem. I turn from spreadsheet player. Believe in that spreadsheets don't suck. I am referring to your article here. Linking from. My name is Artem. I turn from spreadsheet. We believe that spreadsheets don't suck. And here we want to write something like, for example, here she's talking about the free Excel template, 23 paid resources for. Where is it? There we go. So basically here, I was wondering if if you ever update it. Because we're essentially a massive website with a ton of pretty Excel tutorials and tips. There's a space for us in your list. Thank you for the opportunity to be included, and awesome day to you. And then we can just have the, oops, not the user first name. No, we just can have it. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's how it would look like. And I want to save it. And then I'm actually going to, and I want to show you how it all adds up, right? When you start with the outreach. So you would click something like that. You would choose the website, and then you click send individually, and then you click start outreach. And then basically it's going to load the template, and that should adjust to what I was talking about here. So as you can see, it says, Lindsay, here's something about your recent article. So again, hey Lindsay, here's my personalization message that I put earlier in Excel. It's not the best one, by the way, like, but still, like, it shows that I actually looked into her article. And then I'm saying that I'm referring to this article, I'm giving her the link so she doesn't have to think about it. And I'm saying, who am I? I'm reaching out to all this stuff that we've discovered before. And I'm just kind of dragging into the, just talking about, oh, you're talking about Excel resource pages, and how about you include ours because we're just so great. That's it. That's really the message. That's how it goes with BuzzStream, and that's why it's kind of so great. Yeah. And now we have to get back to, whoops. Now we are back to the presentation. So that's how you send the emails. And now what's very important is replying and following up. So the three types of replies that you get are definite yeses. Yeah, when people say, like, for example, if Lindsay was to reply now and say, yeah, sure, I love your website, guys. I really want to put it in my next article about Excel resources, or I will update this one and talk about, it in the update version. And then there are different no's. All right, yeah, I haven't finished the sentence here. So basically what I was going to say here is that definite no sometimes, but like sometimes people curse at you, but that's really, really bad. And then there are maybes as well. So with maybes, the cool thing, like with maybes, sometimes you can just, like for example, definite no's, many people don't waste their energy on them because, well, they're definite no's, but to us, they're like, man, they reply to our message. We can still have a conversation. And we actually have a template where we say, oh, if you're not interested in our backlink, how about we actually create a guest post for you, something really crazy, something really unique. You're going to love it. And quite a few of those reply actually, well, that sounds like a plan. That sure works. So these guys that do reply to your message, they're good. And then there are maybes as well. So maybes, sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. So again, you need to persuade these guys. What's really cool, and it's a fun fact as I like to call it, non-repliers can still link to your content, so you gotta check. Every once in a while, every like a couple of weeks, we actually check Ahrefs for all those backlinks, yeah, that they got accumulated to your website. So we want to make sure that, you know, sometimes they don't reply back at you, but they actually link to the website. So it's pretty cool to check. So just do that every once in a while. Following up is hugely important because links come from following up. So, and having software like BuzzStream or Mailshake or even Gmass really helps. So I really recommend you have that. And here's an example follow-up. And with follow-up, you also want to kind of take a few boxes. So I'll show you a follow-up first. So, hey Dominic, it's Artem from Spreadsheeto again, annoying you with this message. You're probably busy, and I'm usually lazy in situations like this, to be honest. To update the link, so I thought to pin you up, wink wink. I also thought to share this joke with you and hope to make you smile. Knock knock, who's there? Cash. Cash who? No thanks, I'll have some peanuts. So please be smiling now. So as you can see, this email appears to be super dumb, but the reality is that it's, or I'd like to think about it that way, is actually the email is pretty smart, because basically I'm just giving the guy, like, I'm just, you know, it's just so lame. This email is so lame that it actually is like really nice, you know, because yes, like he's been slacking off. This Dominic guy is super lazy. He hasn't been on his website. He hasn't updated the backlink that I asked him, you know, to basically to link to us, and he hasn't done that. So now I'm trying to say, yeah, dude, like I'm going to annoy you with these messages, and like I'm saying you're probably busy, but obviously you were not. And here's the time to update the link, wink wink, you know, like come on. And I also thought to share this joke with you to make you smile. And then this was the knock knock joke that I found on the internet. Again, it's just so lame, but this was the first ever knock knock joke that made me smile. So I was like, yeah, just let's have it. So stuff like this works. So as long as you don't sound like a robot, even if like it is an automated reply, it will arrive as an automated reply, but like stuff like this works, trust me. So, and then we're basically in the final stage, basically rinsing and repeating. So link building is a never-ending process, which means that you need to continuously prospect, page follow up, and remind people about linking to you. So, and if you need any help, get in touch, linkshero.com. So this is kind of it, guys. Like, I hope this tutorial has been somewhat helpful, because essentially you can take all this knowledge and essentially start promoting your website right now and build some crazy links. Write these guys, I've shown you everything. Like you don't need much, you know, you can just write these guys on HubSpot, reach out to them and say, we want to link, or you can just do guest posts, or you can pitch resource pages, and all this stuff will work out eventually. So stick to the plan, have the plan, stick to the plan, work hard, and get some really cool quality links. That stuff is really like this. Good luck.